Let's head to the fourth inning. Tyler Sigg, who did not allow a hit in 4+ innings, in 4 1/3 innings to be exact in Brush, is tossing a one-hitter. It was a single by Ken Garcia in the second. Will now face the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Shea Hansen, Colby Waiterton, Mitch Tormolen. Eaton leads Brush 4-0. And it was typical Reds baseball in the bottom of the third. They came up with 4 consecutive hits, followed by a walk. Isn't this amazing? This is what we had basically in Brush, a 4-run second inning. And it stays that way till the 7th. Line towards right field. Foose to his right. He's not going to get to that baseball. That ball continues to roll towards the fence. Hands it around first. He's to second. He's going to hold up with a leadoff double here in the 4th inning. Now let's see if the Beatniggers can come back in this game. Here's Colby Wailert. Beatnigger shortstop. Wailert hit that soft fly ball that was caught by the first baseman, Corey Dyer. The Beatniggers' second hit, and that's what you have to do against this sidewinder. You got to go the other way because Sigg is very effective, really on all corners, but once he gets that outside corner painted, that breaking ball is a strike. Boy, that was a lethal knuckle curve on the inside corner at the knees. It's 0-1. That started off behind the left hip of Wailert, and he just was frozen there. Bob lays down the sign, and the 0-1 pitch, and that is a strike. Took something off of that on the outer half thigh high. It's 0-2. This is also a time in the game when Eaton gets in trouble that it seems their best pitchers, Jackson, Foose, and Sigg, make their best pitches, as evidenced by allowing only 14 runs in the 11 games up to this point. Curveball is grounded to the shortstop. Jackson looks to second, throws to first. Wailert is retired. There's one down as Hansen has to hold up. Here is Mitch Tormolen. Tormolen reached on an error by Jackson in the second inning. Both teams have committed an error in this game. The second baseman, Hager, is cheating towards the bag. I'm sure he'll reposition himself as he does right now. The pitch, and that breaking ball is a little bit low. The Beatniggers had a man on in the first, 2 on in the second, 1 in the third, 1 so far here in the fourth. But the story for the Beatniggers recently has been stranding runners, 12 against Strasburg, 10 against University, 3 so far here, and the 1-0, and the breaking ball is over but low. 2 balls and no strikes. At 1201 East Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan, stop by and get what you need to refuel on game days at Edwards, Right Price Market, and Flowerland. 2-0. Swing and a miss. One with a fastball right down the middle. It's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. 4-0 Eaton in the top of the 4th inning in this Patriot League battle. The Beatniggers are 3-1 in league play. The Reds are at 4-0. 6 steps off. Brush is looking for their first run of the season against, so far, 10 1/3 shutout innings. The pitch, and it went behind Tormolen to the screen, and the third on the wild pitch is Hansen. And it is 3-1. Well, if Tormolen can put it in play, I'm sure the Reds will concede the run. Even though the shortstop, Jackson, he's ranging in just a bit. Let's see if he repositions himself before this 3-1 pitch. In fact, the middle infielders are playing halfway. 3 balls and 1 strike. The offering, and that fastball's inside. The second walk issued by Tyler Sigg. Here's Ken Garcia, who singled. And here comes head coach Jim Danley to talk to his right-hander. Definitely overcast. The temperature starting to cool down. A little bit windy here in Eaton. And now the Beatniggers with their second threat of the game. And that's going to be it for Tyler Sigg. We'll talk about the new pitcher when we come back, as Dante Foose is going to check into the mound. The same thing that happened in the opening meeting. It's Eaton 4, Brush nothing in the top of the fourth inning on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Dante Foose is the new pitcher coming in from right field as Tyler Sigg is responsible for the two hitters, but the two base runners, I should say. Shea Hansen who led off with a double and Mitch Tormolin who just walked. Foose is a left-hander.
Your attention, please.
And Brandon Kaler is the new right fielder. Kaler actually was the DH in the first meeting.
Number 22, the first baseman, Ken Garcia.
Garcia singled down the left field line in the second. That was one of the two bigger hits. Mitch Tormolin won't be taking off from first with the left-hander there. The pitch swung on and grounded into left field for a base hit. Hansen will score, and the Beat Diggers now make it a 4-1 game as Garcia delivers the RBI single. Tormolin advances to second. And the tying run is at the plate in Trevor Blake.
The catcher, number 2, Trevor Blake.
Blake was up there in the top of the second with 2 on and 1 out and hit into a 1-6-3 double play on a 3-2 pitch. And Blake is the one who doubled off of Foose and Brush, and he takes a fastball for a strike. Thigh high, it's 0-1. So Blake has some confidence going into this at bat, knowing that he has already hit Foose this season. The stretch, and the 0-1. And the curveball is a little bit up and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, this is big. It's only the 15th run allowed by Eaton this season. I believe the most they've allowed in a game is 3, and that was in a one-sided affair against Berthoud. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 in, 2 on in the top of the fourth. The Reds have 4 runs in across to the bottom of the third. The Beat Diggers have countered so far with a 1 tally in this frame. Runners take their leads, and the 1-1 pitch, curveball is foul on the ground up the third base side. 1-2 to Trevor Blake. For great family entertainment, walk in or reserve your time and lane at Fire Lanes today. Fire Lanes at 220 Cambridge in Brush. Blake was the second place hitter in that game against Eaton. Now he's in the ace spot in the lineup. The pitch swung on, fouled again on the slow curveball towards the Eaton dugout. On the third base side, it remains at 1-2. There's a big gap out there in right center. But Blake has been known to pull the ball a little bit more. 1-2, outside on a tailing fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tormolin at second, Garcia at first. The Beat Diggers have a run across on Garcia's RBI single here in the top half of the fourth inning. Bott lays down the sign. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Blake strikes out. Got him on the off-speed stuff, and there's 2 down. That is strikeout number 3 for Eaton pitching. Coyote Cohen popped to second in the third. That was against the starter, Tyler Sigg. Stretch and pitch, swung on and fouled off the end of the bat to the screen. It's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to the Beat Diggers' second baseman. Looking in is Foose. And a pitch to Cohen. Curveball looked pretty good, but called the ball a little bit high. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 down. And the pitch swung on, fouled off to the right. We are at the top of the hour from Eaton. I'm John Beltran. Eaton leads Brush 4-1. This is 1010 KSIR. Brush, Fort Morgan, Denver. In this Patriot League game with Coyote Cohen at the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dante Foose, the lefty, delivers. And that is taken. Called strike 3. Yep, he went around. He did go around. Just a check swing, but enough that the strikeout was recorded to end the inning. The Beat Digger score 1 on 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 men left. 3.5 complete. Eaton 4, Brush 1 on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com.